guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I just want to do a video about the reasons why I decided to take online classes for college instead of doing the normal going up to campus type. Let's start by talking about high school. High school for me, well, high school was high school, I guess. Like, I wasn't the one that was like I wasn't the one that was in the clubs. I wasn't the one that was in like sports or anything like that. I wasn't really the nerdy one because I wasn't that smart. I was just I don't even know what group I would classify myself in, because honestly I don't think I would really go with any one group, because I was just one of a kind, I guess. So, with that being said, I wasn't much of a fan of high school. I mean, I guess I never really had a problem with high school. I mean, school was school, like, you had to go. So it wasn't like, oh, I hated school, but at the same time, it wasn't like, oh, I love school. It was just more like, school is school. Middle school for me, I think that's where I had the most fun, was in middle school. Like 7th, 6th grade was my time. Those were my years. I think I had the most fun then. But getting on to high school, and then also I had moved to somewhere new, so it was like I didn't really know too many people. So not only was it a new school and freshman year and stuff like that, it just made it worse. So I wasn't the type that was like with many friends. Like, that wasn't me. And like, I would be okay with it. It's not like I was like, oh no, I need to be popular. But I was okay with having like 1 or 2 friends, just a closed group of just a small group of friends. I was okay with like just having a couple of friends. And so with that being said, I chose, just a little bit of backstory, I chose online classes. And the reason wasn't because of Jabari, my son. It wasn't because of Jabari, not because I had him. I had wanted to do online classes before I had Jabari, before Jabari was even in existence. I don't know what to say. It's not like I'm not a fan of people in general. It's just that with school, I didn't really like it too much. Like being in the classroom and being around other people, and like when the teacher would be like pair up and stuff like that, and you don't talk to no one. Like, that was me. Like, I was the one that just skated by high school, like, invisible, basically. Which isn't really a good thing, like, when I think about it, like, being invisible. But at the same time, like, some days I would be like, you know what, I want to, make some new friends and stuff like that. But then other days I would be like, no. So that's why I never understood people could be popular, because, like, there are days where I just don't want to talk to anybody. But when you're popular, like, every day you have to talk to somebody, like, it's gotta be hard. So, for me, online classes was just easier. So then I wouldn't have to communicate with other people. Well, like, besides the teacher, and, like, sometimes we do discussions and stuff. But I just really didn't have to deal with people. That's what it was all about. It's not like I hate people. It's just sometimes dealing with people over long periods of time can be, ugh. And also, I feel like it was more convenient for me because I just wanted to get my associates, which is, 2 years. It just takes 2 years to get your associates, depending on, But yeah, which is only 2 years, so I wanted to go ahead and get that. And I felt it would have been easier just to do it online. And online classes, so far, I finished my first semester. And it was pretty simple. I did 3 classes, start off real slow and easy. And I started off with one class, and then my next class started the next month. So when I was doing the one class, it was real simple and easy. But then when I started the other classes, at first I was like, okay, I got this. But then it kind of got overwhelming with the dates, because when you do online classes, you have to like keep up with the dates. And so for me, when I started the other two classes and it came to three classes, that was a little difficult because it was more or less adjusting to it. Or anybody taking online classes, I would put everything that I had to. I put all of my calendar. I would like set dates, like have it a week before, like do a reminder, like okay, this is due this day. So if something was due on Friday, I would have a reminder come up on Tuesday or Monday. Because when I started those two other classes, it was very difficult because I was not able to adjust to like doing it. I was missing assignments because I was forgetting like when it was due. I wasn't checking every day to see if I had anything due, or I would get classes mixed up thinking I had due in this class when it was actually the other class, or I would get dates mixed up and stuff like that. Once you get in the habit of checking that to make sure you don't have anything due, or checking it ahead of time and just knowing what day you're gonna do online classes, you just have to be able to do time management, know how to manage your time. For me, it started off difficult, but it got easy. I was never able to like be like, oh, I need help with this. Like when I was in high school, I was never able to come up to a teacher and say, I need help with this, because I would feel like they'll look at me like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot, get out of here. But when you take online classes, you email your teachers, or you can go up to campus and just talk to them in person if you want to do that. But I just emailed them whenever I needed help, or whenever I was confused, or blah blah blah. And I feel like it was easier for me because I think I'm better through text or like just virtual type stuff when it comes to talking to people, because in person I'm like, it's hard for me to get the words out. But over the phone, or not over the phone I'm not that good at either. I'm still learning with that one. But through text, like email, stuff like that, it's easier. I need a break from it, like from classes. I mean, I've been had a break, but I just feel like I wouldn't have been able to really go back to classes. I was never much a fan of like the students. I never had a problem with school, but I think students and teachers are the ones that can make school either really good or really bad for you. For me, it was more or less mediocre. Wasn't really the best, wasn't really the worst. It was just school. So yeah, with convenience and not having to deal with people that much, if you're not a fan of like people, like I am not much a fan of people, then I think online classes would be good for you, like depending on what you're trying to do, like what your degree is or you're trying to do with your life. But for me, it was a lot easier for me, and it still is a lot easier for me. But those are the reasons why I just think for me, I don't think one is better than the other. I'm not like, oh, online classes is better than real classes, because some people are really much of, some people are virtual learn. Is it virtual? No, visual, not virtual. Some people are visual learners, so it makes it easier for them to like see what the teacher's doing and like charts and pictures and stuff like that. And I'm a visual learner also, but like I was still able to do it. I was still able to like take the classes and stuff without. I mean, there were times in some assignments where I needed like a little bit more with the examples, but if someone gives good examples, I would be able to do it. And that was mainly an English class where I needed so many examples. But if you're good at it, like if you're good at like just being able to see something and someone say, okay, you need to do this, if you're good at doing that, then I think so. I think online classes or community college in general is like was just easier for me to do. Because I was either going to go to community college, like go to campus, or I was going to take online classes. A university I wanted to do when I was like in high school, like when I first started high school. I feel like everybody says university when they first start out, but then when you look at those prices, yeah, but like when you like try to figure out like what you want to do with your life, or what you like, just like what you want to do, then you can see like, okay, I don't want to do that. Because that was what happened with me. I decided like, okay, I'm not sure if university is for me. I've been thinking, like, whenever I am able to get my associates, if I want to go back and get my bachelor's degree, but that's 4 years. And that'll be on campus, I think. Yeah, campus. I don't know if they have online for that. But I'll be like, I don't know, 4 years in debt. Because those student loans are going to be high. Or that check is going to be high. I wish college was free. And then the story would be different. Now, I'll probably still be going to online classes. That would be awful. Like, college is free and I'm just going to online classes instead of, you know, getting the opportunity and seeking it. Taking it. But no. Online classes for me is just easier and more convenient. Okay, so let me list all the reasons. Online classes is just more convenient, especially if you're like a parent, or if you're not really good with like people, or if you want to take it slow, like if you want to like work your way into like college, because like when you get out of high school, it's just like full speed into adulthood. For me it was. I don't know about other people. Some people are lucky they get to relax and chill and take everything slow and decide what they want to do. But for me, as soon as it was like, okay, you're a junior in high school, what do you want to do with your life? And I wasn't able to really say, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with myself, or what I wanted to do with my life. Because I still was having this childhood dream of like, oh, I want to become an actress, I want to become a model. But I didn't really have like, okay, how are you going to pursue that? How are you going to make that happen? Because you can't just sit in your room and say, oh, I'm going to be a model. You have to actually do something, you know? And so I wasn't sure how to do that. I feel more about being a teacher. Like, I feel like, oh yeah, I want to be a teacher more than that. So if I would have just chased that childhood dream, I wouldn't have been happy. Because it's not something I would have wanted to do a year down the line or a year down the line. So taking time off from college is okay if you want to do that. Going straight to college is okay if you want to do that. Like, it's all up to you. You have to decide what you want to do in your life, and what you know, what career or what job or the service or whatever you want to do. It's all up to you. And I feel like once you get high school, like 9th grade, it's like, okay, you know, try to think of something. 10th grade, it's like, okay, you thought of something. 11th grade, it's like, you better have it. And 12th grade is like, what is your career? What college are you going to? Where are you going to live at? Who are you going to marry? Like, college, like, that's when it's like, as soon as you get in 12th grade, it's like, you better have your whole life figured out. It's so messed up to, like, have it like that, where you have to, like, you know, as soon as you become a senior, okay, let's have it figured out. I mean, it's good to, like, be, you know, help people out, like, guide them down that path, but I feel like it makes people think you have to have it figured out. If you don't have your life figured out by the time you're a senior in high school, then there's a problem. And I feel like that's how it was with me. I felt like I was supposed to have everything figured out and know exactly what I was going to do and know exactly, you know, everything, but I didn't. So I needed to take some time off and decide what I wanted to do. And that's what I did. And I'm happy about it. Okay, guys, that is all for this video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that would be great. Until next time, guys. Bye!